All
I
right.
love all your posters. Look, that's so cool.
Oh, thank you so much. My little, if I have to do this stuff from my room or office, I have to make something look interesting in the back. So, so
Hey, I
thank you.
love it.
So I wanted to tell you, like in a movie full of so many fun and quirky characters, yours was my favorite. Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
The
I'm
just
glad.
the every line delivery, like every like it just like nailed it every single time. And I was wondering, how did you become involved and what attracted you to the project?
First, thank you so much, guys. That means a lot to me. And the reason I got involved is because I got an email from Ricky Bates with the script and a lovely letter telling me why he would want me to be a part of this story. My brother read it initially. I was in the middle of a fitting for Westworld, and I asked him, would you mind reading this? Because time was really short. All I knew was the minute I got the script to the day that it was going to film, it was a matter of 4 days.
Right.
So he read it, and then I started reading a little bit, and he loved it. And when I was reading, I was like, the humor in this is kind of amazing. And I read the first 5, 10, 15 pages. I was like, I have to write them right away because time was of the essence. So I love the message in the story. And I love talking to Ricky, and he's a good, dear friend of mine now.
Nice.
So looking at Willow, it was such a, she was like a deer. She was such a character, and of the earth and for the earth, you know, of love, that kind of witch. And I love that I get to play Matthew's wife, which was really fun.
That's awesome. Yes.
And yeah, it was a lot of fun, like to appearing as though we're outcasts.
Right.
Then we learn what really happened. So
right, exactly. What I told Ricky this too when I talked to him on Monday, but what I loved about the script is, you know, some of it, you know, it's darkly funny and absurd in all the right ways, right? But then there's like this sincerity that's going through a lot of the scenes as well. Like, and I pointed to your scene where you find the emails and you confront him about, you know, being most likely to succeed and you know, being prom king. And the seriousness of it plays almost like you found out like he cheated on you or something. Yeah. but the absurdity in it, and it's like, oh, like, well, it's so ridiculous that this is upsetting her, but this would upset someone like her because it would hurt her. And that's what I kind of, and I think that it's hard to find that tone. And I thought he really did a good job of that. And he said that like with the actors, he told you guys not to really play it for the comedy, like, you know, this, don't play it for the joke, because this is like serious to you guys. And I was wondering, when you read it, did you kind of take it like that, or did you discover it as you guys were filming it?
I have a tendency to want to play the truth of the scene, like always the truth. And if comedy comes out of it, that's great. So my whole approach was that from the beginning, that we're going to play it straight, we're going to play it real. And I was thinking, you're absolutely right. Like her reaction is insane. Like, yeah. It's like crazy. I was really worried about that scene, to be honest, because I thought, oh my God, is this going to seem insane? Am I going to be crazy or something? But I love that you like the scene, so that means a lot to me. I think that particular scene about betrayal, you know, to lie to someone about who you are, right, isn't nice. So,
no, it's true. Yeah. That's the cool thing about it too, because like, you know, it's in this kind of absurd context, but like at the essence of it, it's, you know, it's still a betrayal no matter how you look at it. And like, I mean, that's what I love. What I love about the movie as a whole is that, like, yeah, it's funny and it plays this stuff for jokes, but like there's like a beating heart in all of it too. Like, you know, everyone in this thing has feelings, and like they have to, you know, they're expressing them, even though, but it might be like masked in like a bit of comedy, but you can still see the sincerity. And I think that's so hard to get right. And I think he got that right, and you guys as actors got it right as well. Like the way you guys played it was perfectly, just really good.
That means so much. Thank you so much. That really does. And I think you're right. It is about the heart of it. It's about it. I was thinking, okay, when you meet someone for the first time, you have an idea of who they are, right? Who they say they are, and then who. And so I think in that moment, Willow's also kind of judging him because she thinks that she and he were the same. Right. But who's to say that a guy that comes from a very different background can still connect to you in this real way? Right. In this two opposites can still attract. So that was a kind of one of the many messages.
Nice. So speaking of, Matthew and the rest of your coven, what was it like working with like the rest of the cast? 'Cause it seems like you guys really gelled well together and that you all really got what this story was about. Y'all got the humor, y'all kind of got what Ricky was looking for. So how was it working with everyone else on the project?
Oh God, Andy Milonakis, Kate Comer, Josh Fadem, Johnny Pemberton, Emily, all of our actors were so sweet and really funny and smart, and it was really heartwarming. Like there's this line that Andy says, Andy Milonakis is like, oh, I just want you to be, why can't you just get a little more fat? And she says, well, if you can't accept me for the way I am, who I am, then I don't know why you then you don't love me. And I thought that was just such a funny thing because he was feeling insecure about himself. And I was really moved by that scene when we were filming it. He was so, because that is a real thing, you want to be loved and I think that's the message in the film, that we're all outcasts in one way or another, but we're not alone. And actually, because we're outcasts, that makes us more beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah, I
was a loner in high school. I didn't have 1,000 friends. I didn't belong to any clique. I was like in the library with the librarian who wouldn't talk to me. And sure, I knew people, but I wasn't a cool person. I never kissed a guy. I never had a boyfriend. I didn't do all those things. So I think that this is a movie for every person that feels like they might be alone, because you're not,
Right. And I think it's a good message too, because it also tells you eventually, like in one way or another, you like find your tribe at one point in your life.
Yeah.
Like you find the people you're supposed to connect with, even if you were one way, like a long time ago, like whatever path you're on, you end up finding the people you're supposed to click with and be with. And I thought that was a really cool message of the story too, that, eventually, no matter what, you eventually find that. And I thought that's a really cool message to have in a genre movie like this too, which is like, I always say this about like genre movies or horror films or anything like that. Like there's always such good messaging and commentary in them that I think it's skipped over because of the types of movies that they are, but they really have a lot to say about the way we live our lives. And, I always look for that in those kind of movies. And I think he kind of hit the nail on the head with this one too. So
that's the thing. I think when you're with the wrong people, you feel like an outcast.
Right.
You feel like you don't belong because those people are judging you based on what they think is right or good or cool. But when you find the right people, you find your tribe.
Right.
And that's what I agree very much. Like there's something so poignant about that. Thank you for pointing that out.
So I spoke with AnnaLynne McCord yesterday, and she worked with Ricky like a lot, and she was talking about how their working relationship started and where it is now, and basically like she's there for him whenever he kind of needs, like, hey, I need like either this big part done or like this little thing done. Like coming out of this for you and working with him, like one, like, would you be down to work with him again? And then like what did you kind of learn while you were working with him, like his creative process and all that?
First of all, Ricky's now a very dear friend of mine. He's like, we talk like, I say like too much. Okay. We talk about 2 times a week, at least. We talk quite often, and I would do anything with him. He's the entire process of the movie. He was just, there was no stress involved. It was a lot of fun, a lot of love, and a lot of encouragement. And I trust him. I trust him because he knows the stories he wants to tell and he knows the way he wants to tell them. So anything he wants, anytime he wants, he's my family. He's part of my tribe.
Yes, I love that. Well, I know I got to wrap up with you soon. I just want to say, with Ricky, when I talked to him Monday, we were talking about when the movie comes out, like it's important for people to seek it out and buy it because we want more movies like this to be made by a lot of filmmakers who have really fresh ideas and just fresh outlooks on filmmaking, and he's one of them. So I know you guys are getting a good review from me because I really enjoyed the movie a lot, and I want to wish you guys even more luck with it because I thought it was fantastic, and you all did a fabulous job. And like I said, you were my favorite character in the film. So
guys, that you've made my day, week, month, year. That means so much.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you for giving me some of your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for giving me some of your time too.
No problem. You have a good one.
We're so lucky to have found each other.
Luck had nothing to do with it.
To the great horned god.
And our dear mother goddess.
My name's Thorn, and I'm a witch.
Can I get an antiseptic wipe? You know how important it is to me to practice safe blood magic.
This is my life partner, Willow.
You've got 5 seconds to get off my lawn before I cut you up into communion wafers. Not too shabby for a couple outcasts.
And this is my coven.
We're not having a big fire this year.
Why?
It just doesn't feel like Beltane without a big bonfire.
Light a candle. What on earth are they doing? They're making a statement.
This was the calm before the storm. Before my past finally caught up with me.
Who are you? Prom king, class president. Did you play sports?
Lacrosse.
This coven is built on a foundation of lies.
Banish him. Banish him! Banish him!
I'm going on a walkabout.
You're too old for a walkabout. You have weak ankles.
You forced me to face my past, and now I've got to deal with it.
Hello, son.
You told me your mother is dead.
There's the broth.
I know what's gotten into me lately.
I'm here to help.
Pearl.
You're killing the mood.
I'm a work in progress!
Thornton Adams? What happened to you?
I went searching for happiness. And I found it.